Welcome back to MCP Connects. Today's guest is legendary bluesman Eric Bibb. He joins us from a dairy farm just outside of Stockholm, Sweden. Eric sums up in one word what music means to him, and he dedicates a beautiful original song called On My Way to Bamako. Here we go.
I am a preacher, shouting out the news. I am the juke joint stomper, playing the blues. I am the holy roller.
Eric Bibb, welcome back to the Melodic Caring Project. So excited to have you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Levi, and so good to be back in your neck of the woods, you know, as it were. And I love what you're doing and happy to be a part of it if I can.
Man, thank you so much. So we teamed up. You worked with MCP UK to stream a concert from Birmingham, UK to kids in hospitals all around the UK and all around the world. Thank you so much for joining us for that and for using your incredible skill and talent to send love to these kids.
It's my pleasure and it's my mission. You know, I realize more and more what I've been prepared all my life to be doing, and I'm doing it, and it feels so good. And you know, I'm blessed to be in a position to share what I've learned. You know,
I love that. I mean, you have lived a life very music centric, and that's beautiful. You know, I think to have found a purpose in your passion is what an incredible blessing, you know?
It is. You said it. That's it. Exactly it. I'm aware of it. I give thanks every day. Yeah.
So I'm curious, what we've seen a theme going. We've done a number of these interviews now with artists, right? And there's been a cool theme that's come up that was unintentional, and we've had artists almost just using one word to describe music. We had one artist named David just call music is food. You know, we had another artist from a band called Ivan and Alyosha say music is a doorway that connects. You know, I'm curious, can you, in one word, tell me what music is to you?
It's a home.
Nice. Man, I love that because, I mean, it's especially specifically we're supporting kids that are in quarantine, right? They're removed from their homes. They're removed from their comfort. They're in a very sterile environment, and to be able to provide a sense of home to them, that's really powerful.
Well, it's a home that I'm grateful for. I've lived in it all my life, and I love opening those doors to all my friends and new friends, and it just feels so good to be in this house.
Man, that's beautiful. How is this experience impacting you? I'm curious. You know, you've got a lot of, speaking of home, you got a lot of home time, you got a lot of downtime. What's something good that is coming out of this kind of crazy scenario? You know, something you'll take with you once this is all subsided.
Yeah. Well, you know, as a touring musician who's been touring for decades, I spent a lot of times half unpacking when I get home, repacking, getting off to the airport, getting from the airport to the hotel to the venue back to the hotel back to the airport. That's been a recurrent, you know, move of mine, you know, for decades. And I love it because it puts me in contact with lots of wonderful people. And I realized that this is what I was prepared to do, and it feels right. But on the other hand, I've always said, oh, I would like to stay home more. I would like to teach more. I've done some teaching in my past, and I'd like to do more of it. And this whole new world that we're living in because of this pandemic has created a situation where I am not deprived of what I love to do. This is an example of being able to still carry on, but I am home more, and I am able to actually be more mindful of what my priorities are. And I've been able to do things around the home that I've put from one do list to another do list, and I'm getting things done, and I'm still reaching out to the world. As I said, this is a great example. So in many ways, it's actually sharpened my awareness of what's important. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And like you say, I think we're in kind of, if we're going to go through the scenario we're in a very fortunate time to go through it when we can connect Sweden to Washington State, and in that connection support kids in hospitals around the world, and it's kind of amazing for sure.
It really is. I think you said it. The connectivity of what's going on right now is something that was, predestined almost. It's like we needed, all of us collectively around the globe, to be more aware of how connected we really are. And even though it came through a kind of, tragic occurrence with this spread of this virus, it's still affirming what's the truth about who we are, that we are really more connected than we ever thought.
Yeah.
And I think that's just kind of heightening our awareness of that. And that's a really good thing. That's a really good thing.
I agree. It's a very small world, and small actions can have large impacts,
Very, very well put.
So, speaking of home and actions having impact, do you have a song and a message that you would like to share out into the world right now as we all experience this together?
I do, Levi. I thought about this a while, and I thought about a song of mine called, I wrote it the night before I traveled from Scandinavia to West Africa for the first time. I'd been in Africa before, but never West Africa, where my folks are probably, originally from. And I had a wonderful, wonderful experience going to Bamako, Mali. And what I want to say with this song, it's called On My Way to Bamako, is that, we are a world community, a world family. And music has had this incredible way for a very long time of reminding us of how we really are a global family. And you can travel to a place you've never been with a song. And I'd like to take my friends who are there in hospital care and who are in quarantine, and the health workers who are diligently caring for all of the people who cannot go anywhere but where they are. We can still travel, and we can travel together. So that's what I wanted to say with this song.
Beautiful. I love it. Let's share it.
I want to say to you all that you are wonderful, wonderful lights shining wherever you are. And I want to thank you for all of your shining. And I also want to thank all the healthcare workers, the NHL's healthcare workers, especially those who are working in the care house staff and the residents in Hartlepool, Redcare, Stockton, Cleveland, and Middlesbrough. And I also want to shout out to those shining stars, those rock stars. And their names are, you are, Marshall in Wales, Eliseo in Arizona, Holly in Kansas, Tree in Victoria, BC, where I've been, Seattle Children's Hospital, all of you there, and all of you at the Monash Children's Hospital in Melbourne, Australia, where I've also been. I've loved traveling with you to Bamako. Well, I'm on my way to Bamako, a place I always wanted to go. On my way to Bamako to see what I could see. I got a good friend there, Habib Quartet, a great musician by the way. I got a good friend there, Habib Quartet, gonna meet his family. Well, I'm on my way to Bamako, gonna leave behind the ice and snow. On my way to Bamako to see what I could see. Gonna turn my face up to the sun, close my eyes and thank the one. Turn trip to West Africa, and I'm pretty sure in some kind of way it's gonna be wonderful. Got a good friend there, I'm Pete Corte, gonna meet his family. Well, I'm on my way to Bamako, a place I always wanted to go. On my way to Bamako to see what I could see.
Eric, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for inviting us into your home, your musical home. Beautiful. Any final thoughts or words you want to leave with folks as we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that the music that we all love connects us and will continue to connect us. And you know, music is really the cure. It's what's going to keep us all aware of our familyness. And we're a family. So I say to all of you, sisters, brothers, be well, go well.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. If you or someone you know is battling illness and needs support, you are not alone. Sign up today at melodiccaring.org. And a huge thank you to all of our healthcare providers and first responders working so hard during this COVID-19 crisis. We appreciate you. I'm Levi Ware. This is the Melodic Caring Project.